28 and 4 reduce because 4 goes into 28 7 times, right? So I've got 3 times 7 times z plus 2. So what am I distributing to z plus 2? 21. 3 times 7 is 21, which gives me 21z plus 42. Because 21 times 2 is 42. And now look what we have. We have a very simple equation. Is this quadratic? Do you see a z squared anywhere? No, it's just a regular old equation where we're going to get all our z's on one side and we're going to solve for z. All right, so let's start though by combining like terms here. 18 plus 84 is wait, 102. Sorry, multiplying instead of adding. On this side, I've got 21z plus 42. Now, understanding how to make life easier on ourselves, would you rather bring the 9z over here by subtracting it, or bring 21 over here by subtracting? 9, because what are we doing? Keeping our z's positive, all right? So I'm going to bring my 9z over here, which means I need to move my 42 to the other side, right? Okay, so I've got 60 is equal to 12z. So what's z equal to? Z is equal to 5. Now I missed something. Does anybody know what I missed?
Restrictions.
I missed my restrictions. Looking at my denominators, what could z not equal?
-2.
Z cannot equal -2. Well, does it? No, so I don't have a problem with it. Z is equal to 5. Finding a common denominator and multiplying each term by that in order to reduce or get rid of the fractions, and then solving the equation and remembering our restrictions. Are there any questions on this problem? Okay. How many terms are in this problem? 3. Again, there are 3 terms. It's an equation with fractions, so I can get rid of them. How? Multiply by a common denominator. So for 24, 3 minus x, and 4, what's the common denominator? 24 and 3 minus x. So I multiply each thing by 24 and 3 minus x. And then I look at each individual fraction and I reduce it. What happens in the first term? 24s cancel out. So I'm distributing 5 to 3 minus x. What about the second fraction? 3 minus x cancels. So all I have is plus 2 times 24. Okay, on the other side of the equal sign, how can that fraction be reduced? 4 goes into 24 6 times. So what am I distributing? 6, because it's 1 times 6 times 3 minus x. So you have 18 minus 6x. Is this quadratic? No, there's no x squared anywhere. So we just solve this the regular old way. I'm going to put my like terms together on the left-hand side. 15 plus 48 is 63. I'm going to add 6x to both sides to keep my x's positive. Which means I need to take my 63 and bring it to the other side, right? So I have 1x is equal to negative 45. 63 minus 18 is 45. 63 was bigger, it's negative, so your answer is negative. Oh, once again, I forgot my restrictions. What can x not equal? Does x equal 3? No, so I don't have a problem. X is equal to negative 45. How many terms? 3 terms. There are fractions, and it's an equation, so I can get rid of them. Now think back to what we did when we had addition or anything. And the denominator was something like r squared minus 1. We have to factor, but only the denominators. Remember when I was teaching that, I said only factor the denominator. Same thing here. This denominator can be factored to r plus 1 times r minus 1. Okay, now, r doesn't have a denominator, or does it? It's understood to be 1. Okay, so we really don't have to worry about that one right there. We do still need to multiply that term by whatever we decide our common denominator is, but it's just a whole number. So nothing's going to be canceled. All right, let's do our restrictions. I'm going to write them way down here. What can r not equal?
Plus or minus 1.
Plus or minus 1. Okay. What am I going to multiply by each term? Or plus 1 or minus 1. I'm running out of room here. Now, nothing cancels in this first one, right? Because there was no denominator. So I've got to multiply r times r plus 1 or minus 1, which is r times r squared minus 1, which is r cubed minus r. In the second term, what cancels? So all you're left with is r squared minus 5. Over here, what cancels? So I need to multiply r minus 1 to r squared plus r plus 2. Does anybody remember how to do that? You can't do FOIL. Anyone? First, we multiply everything by r. Then we multiply everything by negative 1. Okay? So, r times r squared plus r times r plus 2 times r. Then negative 1 times r squared, negative 1 times r, and negative 1 times 2. Now this is long and there's a whole lot of things up there. But what do we need to start by doing? Lamar, what do you think? Adding the like terms. On each side of the equal sign, let's add the like terms and let's rewrite everything in the right order. Okay? Okay, over here there are no like terms, but we can rearrange